Okay. Hi everyone, welcome to our online learning class today about getting rich. We'll be talking a lot about money and vocab related to money. I see we have a few people already in the room. Okay, my name is Erin. If I can, I will put my name on the board in a moment. I can see Christy Yusuf. Should I call you Christy or?
Yes.
Christy or Yusuf? What name would you like me to call you?
Christy.
Christy, okay, excellent. And I can see Layla Shafa. Which name should I use for you?
Yeah.
Layla or Shafa?
Yeah.
Shafa or Layla?
Layla.
Layla, okay. And Linda? Linda, can you hear me? Okay, we've got lots of people today. So we've got Christy, Layla, Linda, Ressie. Ressie, can you hear me? Yeah, okay. And someone by the name of Oppo. Oh, Sepri. Thank you for changing your name. Okay, today, if you are feeling confident, please just call out, answer questions whenever you want. If you are not feeling confident, you are more than welcome to write your answers in the chat. But I'm hoping this will be a conversation and we can talk a bit today, okay? So now, before I said today, the topic is about getting rich. So we're going to play a game first with currency, okay? I'm going to just change the screen so I can write on the screen for you. I want to share the notebook, which is not there yet. Hang on. Okay, yeah. Just a moment. The notebook is, we'll use the whiteboard. Okay, so you can all see the whiteboard now. I'm going to type a currency on the board and I want you to see if you can tell me which current country it is from, okay? So the first one is won. Does anyone know what country uses won? If you know the answer, please call out, or like I said before, just write your answer in the chat. Korea, thank you. Both North and South Korea use won. Now, for those of you who have just joined, I'll add my name to the top of this list. My name is Erin, okay? So the first one, won, Korea. Well done, Ressie. The next one is ringgit. Which country uses the ringgit? Okay. Oh, we've got Afia now. We've got lots of people. Evelyn, Afia, hi. Evelyn, hi. Does anyone know what country uses ringgit? Malaysia. Ressie, you're on a roll. Good job. Okay. Oh, we've got a few answers now. Afia, correct. Christy, correct. Good. What about yen? Which country uses the yen? Japan. That one was answered very quickly. Maybe we'll have to make the questions a little bit more difficult. Now, this one. I'm not entirely sure of the pronunciation. Ruble, perhaps? Does anyone know what country uses this currency? So Evelyn guessed Malaysia for the last one. Good job, Evelyn. Ruble, does anyone know? It's a country in Eastern Europe. Quite a big country, quite a cold country. Okay. The country starts with the letter R. Okay, so we're thinking of a big, cold country in Eastern Europe that starts with the letter R. Russia. Well done, Rosie. Okay, easier one. Baht. Which country uses the baht? Okay, we've got more people joining us. Nia, hi. Thailand. Well done, Rosie.
Thailand.
Ah, thank you. Who was that? Niken. Okay.
Thailand.
Thailand is correct. Thank you, Niken.
You're welcome.
Rial? Should be a fairly well-known one in Indonesia. Yeah, Saudi Arabia for this one. Okay, we have 3 more. And then I want to see if you guys can test people in the class as well. Apia, well done. And rand. Which country uses the rand? Okay, so this one, fairly big country. One of its languages is English, but it's not its only language. Okay, one of its main languages. It is in Africa. Okay. Evelyn, yes, it's in Africa. Can you be more specific? We're talking the bottom part of Africa. Starts with an S. Yeah, Africa Selatan, yes. South Africa. South Africa uses the rand. Now, really easy one. The Swiss franc. Which country uses the Swiss franc? Okay, more people joining. Kyla, welcome. If you can hear me just yet. The Swiss franc, the name gives it away a little bit. Yes, Ressie.
From Swiss.
That is correct. But in English, we actually call the country Switzerland. Okay, but Swiss, yes. Switzerland. Okay. Now, this one, many countries use this currency. So you can just tell me one or as many as you like. Okay. The euro. Which countries use the euro?
England.
England, maybe. After Brexit, did they change? I think England might be using pounds, but most of the other European countries you can choose from. What else have we got? Probably a country starting with F that everyone knows very well because it's a very famous tower, or a country starting with G. France. Thank you, Ressie. Okay, we have lots of new people with us now. Camelia, is that how I pronounce your name or am I saying it wrong? Okay, we've got Camelia now and Kyla. Is it Kyla or Zara? Which name do you prefer? Okay, oh, yep, Germany, good. Okay, so those of you who have just joined, my name is Erin, okay, and we've been playing a game to guess currency. Now, I'm going to turn the game over to you. In the chat, or if you'd like to speak, either one is fine. I would like you to write a currency and the rest of the class can guess where it comes from. Okay, I'll need the help of the rest of the class because this I'm not very good at. Maybe Ressie or Evelyn or Afia? Oh, Kyla, okay. We've got lots of people joining today. Can anyone think of a currency? You can Google something if you want. Write it in the group and then we'll have everyone else guess where it is from. Okay, Bernadetta, new person here. Welcome. Can anyone think of a currency? Or have I used all of the easy ones to think of? Okay, we'll move on to the next activity, but if you have an idea, still put it in the chat and we can ask the questions as we go. Okay, so now I want to change to today's material. Getting Rich, which you can see on the screen. We are going to have a look at some conversation questions. Okay, let me move this down. Okay, the file is just one page, so I might need to download the file. Can anyone think of a currency? Okay, I'm just getting the file. Oh, rupiah. Does anyone know where the rupiah is from? Yeah, Indonesia. Well done, Rosie.
Indonesia.
Yeah, that is correct. Does anyone have another idea? Please keep giving ideas whilst I just get this file. Rupee. Ressie has suggested the rupee. If you're looking in the chat, you can see what Ressie has written. Okay, does anyone know where the rupee is from?
India.
India.
Resi, are you happy with that answer? Is it from India? I think it is. I think that answer is correct. Yes, he says yes. I have a question for you guys. How old are you? Are you in high school? Are you in university? Are you still in junior high school? Let me know in the chat. Some of you sound very young. Your English sounds good though. Okay. So let me know in the chat. What does someone want to call out? Resi, are you at high school? Are you in university or are you working?
I'm in university,
University. What are you studying?
management.
Management. Oh, you should know a lot about money and getting rich, hopefully. What about, oh, Christy, you're in university. What are you studying, Christy?
Management too.
Management. Oh, we have lots of management. Okay. What about Afia? Are you in university or school?
I'm working.
Oh, you're working. What is your
Yeah.
job?
A teacher maybe. I'm not
Oh, a
sure.
teacher. Excellent. And Hyla. Hyla, are you in university or school?
Almost fresh graduate.
Ah. Are you enjoying online studying?
It's really hard for me.
Okay, I've almost got the file ready. Who else? We've got a few more people here now. Lots of people are joining. Evelyn, are you a high school student or are you at university or are you working? Here we go. I've got the file ready. Okay, so we've got some conversation questions here. Now, we have two options. The first option is that I can ask you the questions and someone can give an answer, or you guys can ask me the questions, choose a question, and I'll give you an answer. Which would you prefer? Is anyone feeling brave to answer a question? Anyone feeling like answering a question? Okay, do you have a job? Let's start with an easy one. So we heard that one person had a job before. Who else is working at the moment? And is it full-time or part-time? So we have one English teacher. What about Bernadetta? Bernadetta, are you a university student or do you have a job? Okay. You can write your answer in the
Senior
chat.
high school.
Oh, senior high school. Are you grade 11 or grade 12 or grade 10?
11.
Okay, grade 11, good. Okay, who has a job? I'm looking for people who have a job. Okay, if you have a job, write yes, me in the chat, okay? And let me know what that job is. Okay, so that question is for you guys, because clearly I have a job. This is my job, teaching English. The next question on our conversation cards is about, are you good at saving money? Okay, I'll answer this question. I think I'm reasonably good at saving money. Okay. I like to save a little bit from each salary that I get and put it away. But then every now and then something comes up that I'd like to do. Who in the chat or who in our class today thinks that they are good at saving? Nia or Linda, are you good at saving? If you're not feeling like talking, that's okay. Just say yes or no in the chat. Let's see who's good at saving. Layla? Carmelia? Carmelia, what should I call you? That's a long name. I'm not sure what your nickname is. Okay.
Hello.
All right, let's have a look at a few other questions then, and then we're going to play another game using vocab related to money, okay? Which one? Who would like to choose a question for me? Christy or Ressi or someone who's quite active in the chat? Which question would you like me to answer? Okay, so from the ones on the board,
When you travel abroad.
when you travel abroad, where is that? Oh, when you travel abroad, how do you pay for things? I'm very old school with this, very traditional. I like to use cash. I'm always worried about using cards that I'm not worried so much about fraud or theft or that I'll do something wrong because I don't understand the currency. So I like to use cash and work out exactly what I'm doing and exactly how much money I have. Who agrees with me? Who prefers cash when they travel abroad to a card? Anyone? Okay. If we move on to another question, that's okay. You can still put answers to previous questions in the chat and we'll keep up with that as we go. Now, let's have a look at another question. This is an interesting question. How much does it cost to get a haircut in your country? Now, I'm from Australia. Pretty much everything in Australia is expensive, including haircuts. For a good haircut, you're probably looking at $50 to $100, and that's just getting your hair cut. Okay. What about in Indonesia? How much does it cost to get your hair cut in Indonesia? I'm fortunate now with my hair that I can just cut it myself, so that saves me a lot of money. Can anyone in the group tell me the approximate cost of a haircut in Indonesia? Okay, Niken, thank you. 10,000. Wow, that's a bargain. 10,000 rupiah. Who would get their hair cut for 10,000 rupiah? I think personally, I'd be a little bit scared to get my hair cut for 10,000 rupiah. Okay. 10,000 rupiah is the price you would pay at a cheaper salon or a more expensive salon? Okay. Now we'll scroll down and we'll have a look at 50,000 rupiah at my place. Okay, Kyla, you say my place. Does my place mean your city? Or my place means you have a salon in Salon Ranjani? I don't know Salon Ranjani. Christy, where is that? Is that in Jogja? Kyla, are you in Jogja? Or near UGM? Okay. Kyla, what is your city? Your city is not Jogja? Oh, Christy's in Jogja, yeah. Near UGM. Well, that's near Eons. We're very close by. I could probably get my hair cut there. Oh, Tangerang. I know where that is.
Jakarta.
Oh, Jakarta. Yeah, my sister used to live in Tangerang, so I've been there before. Okay. Now, this question is for everyone. What would you do if you won the lottery? So all of a sudden you have a lot of money. Personally, I would buy a house. I want a house. What would you buy if you had lots of money? Okay. Christy agrees, you'd buy a house. Okay, great. Who else wants a house? Or do you want a car or a private jet or a holiday? What would you do with a lot of money? Put your answers in the chat so we can compare. Buy a house and study abroad. Good use of money. Invest. Yes, also very good use of money. I'm not very wise with investing, so I don't know that I would do that well. Niken, do you have experience with investing? So Chrissy, also traveling the world and investing? You do, Niken. Is it easy or complicated?
I experience invest in gold
Oh, okay. That sounds interesting. You invest in gold.
and saving in the bank.
Mm-hmm.
But little, miss.
Who's there with you?
Jadi mau sekolah online. Be quiet.
Heineken's friend.
But my money is little, Miss.
Well, that's all right. If you start investing from a young age, then your money will become. Yeah. Kyla wants to go around the world to Australia, good choice, and South Korea. Okay. So far we have people who want to travel. We have people who want to invest. We have people who want to buy a house or study abroad. Do we have anyone with a different answer? Anyone who wants to do something different from the answers we have so far? If you have a different answer, please put it in the chat or call out. And also write in the chat, you have a choice now. Would you be rich or famous? Which would you prefer? Okay. So you can write rich or famous as your decision in the chat. And then I'm going to change the screen and we're going to move on to the next activity. Okay. Rich. Okay, Afia. Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think I would be a good famous person. I get a little bit shy at times. So Afia is saying that she'd like to be rich. Who agrees with Afia? I'm sorry, Brent. Who else would like to be rich? Who chooses rich or famous? Oh, I'll add another choice. You can choose rich, famous, or extremely good looking. I think I'd still choose rich. And we have some more people joining us. Okay, Rethi has chosen rich. Good. Nikan, good answer. Prefer to be rich to help others. Christy, just rich. Complicated. Kyla's not sure which she'd like. They're all very good choices, aren't they? Famous. Oh, here's a new person. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Rusnaini. Is that correct? Rusnaini? Do you have a nickname? What would you like to be famous for? Are you going to be a famous singer, actor, scientist? Oh, Rose. Excellent. That's much easier for me to say. A famous singer. Do you already sing, or this is just a dream of yours? Okay. Now, we are going to move on to the notebook in a moment. So, now we want to think of as much vocab as we can related to, where is the, I want to use the, what's the theme for today, Miss? The theme is money. We're talking about money and finances. Okay, Vita, you've just joined us, right? Have you joined previous meetings with us, Vita? To get the notebook. Yes, you've joined previous sessions. Okay. So today, so far we've been talking a little bit about money and currency, and we're now about to think of as much finance themed vocab as we can. We're going to play a bit of a game and see how many letters from the alphabet we can think of a word for. And then later we have a reading about how to get rich. And we'd like to hear your ideas as well. Okay, I'm just trying to get the smartboard open. All right. Now, first thing. Try buying stocks. Have you done that before, Vita? Yeah. Jeffrey, do you want to? No. Vita, have you bought stocks before? No, I'm with you. I don't know how to buy them either. Does anyone in the group have stocks? And, oh, Niken, enlighten us, Niken. How do we buy stocks? There we go. This is what I'm looking for, the screen. Okay. Now, we're going to play a bit of a game, but if anyone knows how to buy stocks and how to be successful with buying stocks, please let us know. Yeah, Peter is asking again, how does a newbie buy stocks?
How to
Is that again talking to us? Okay. Now, we're going to let us solve the alphabet on the board. Please let me know if I've forgotten something. Okay, for each letter of the alphabet, we want to think of a word that is related to money, banking, or getting rich. Okay? I'll give an example. The first one is ATM. Okay, so now we've used A. So ATM in Indonesian and in English is the same. We just pronounce it a little bit different. An automated teller machine. Now, you can choose any letter you want. We're going to see if we can complete the whole alphabet. Does anyone know anything for the letter B? It doesn't have to go in order. Bank, okay. Bank, cash. Let's do answer the ball at once. Okay, B and C, done. Okay, dollar. Okay, so we've got 3 from Reti so far, moving quickly. Who else has got some ideas? Euro.
E for earning. Euro.
Sorry, what was that?
Earning.
Earning.
Yes.
Earning's a good one. Earning. So you can answer either way. Please feel comfortable to just call out an answer if you want to turn your microphone on. Otherwise, just go nuts in the chat and send as many as you can. Okay. Bernadetta or Afia or Layla? Got 2 Nekins in the class? Got it. Yes. Free for the vocab. Anything you want. Oh, financial. Thanks, Bernadetta. As long as it's related to money or banking. Other than that, you can say whatever you want. So, Bernadetta has that. Financial. Bernadetta, is that what I should call you, or do you have a nickname? Vita, gold. Good thing to have. I wish I had some gold. I need to get some tips from Niken before the class is over. Okay, so we've completed the whole first line. Holland. Tyler, try to keep it connected to money and banking if possible, okay? Money, banking, or getting rich. Okay, or luxury products, okay? We can assume that we're rich. Actually, like if we're rich, we could also go to Holland, right? Good point. So we could use all of our money to visit. I heard a voice, but I missed the word.
Income.
Oh, now we're getting into lots of luxury products now. Okay. What is a word starting with I that investing? Not the one I'm thinking of.
Investing. I glue. I glue. Okay.
There's another word that starts with I that describes your salary or the money that you earn. Yes, income is the one I was thinking of. We've got a few other words in the chat too. We've got jewellery from Kyla and stocks, which we still need to work out how to buy later, right? Stocks and jewellery. We're getting through this fast. Interest. There are lots of I words. Money, money, money. Money, yeah. Money, penny, yeah. Which country uses the penny? Do you know? It's not Australia. Australia, we have dollars and cents. But there's a country that has dollars and pennies and nickels and dimes. Ruby Gim. Peter, who is Ruby Gim? Excuse my ignorance. Or do you mean the gem? Peter, is Ruby Gim a person or ruby as in the stone? And everyone else, we're still looking for K and L. Do you have any ideas for K and L?
K for
Luxury, that's a good one.
banyak.
Luxury, something we all want a little bit of, right? Okay, so in, oh, gem, okay. Rubies.
And for
Okay.
necklace, Miss.
Necklace?
Yes.
Necklace, okay. Money, we can buy lots of necklaces and lots of jewelry. What about K? We still got K missing from this column. K is a little bit difficult, right? Maybe you could think of a currency starting with K or constant. I'm not sure if that's English. Okay, unless that's a currency that I'm not sure of. Quarter? Oh yeah, quarter. That one took me a moment, but that's a coin in America, right? No problem, Gala.
Well, for W, Miss.
Yeah, W?
Well,
Well, that's a good word. Hang on a moment. I need to move you guys over a little bit so I can use the board. Oh, it's kind of there. Yeah, let's make it smaller. Go down the bottom. Okay. Okay, so left we've got
sorry. V for victory.
V for victory.
Yeah.
Yep. We think feeling very victorious. We were well there. Okay, so now we need O, X, good luck with that, Y, Z, and U. Anyone have any ideas? X, Y, Z is hard, I agree. Yeah, I was about to say Y would be the easiest one. Okay, we'll only give it 2 more minutes to see if we can think of these. I recommend trying for O and for U, because as Vita said, oh, and K. Yes, I forgot K. O, U, and K should be the easier ones. X and Z, very difficult. So K, 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 K. Challenging. O, kingdom. Yeah. Unstable. Yeah, your income could be unstable, right, Beth? We'll have an unstable income. Okay. Will not make us rich, but unstable income, and K for kingdom. We can assume we're super rich and we can buy a kingdom. We're getting nice and creative now. Let's try and do O. Okay. Offer, yep. Hang on. Or I was only thinking of overdraft, which is a really negative thing when you have a debt. Okay, now I'm going to leave this here. I'm not deleting it. We'll come back later if anyone has an idea for X and Y. I'm going to put a few words on the board and see if you guys know what they mean, okay? Oh, hang on, wait. Okay, let's start with this one. Debt. This word, the B is silent. So we say debt. We don't say debit, but debt. Does anyone know what a debt is? Okay, difficult word to describe, so you can use the chat. Does a debt mean that you have lots of money or you borrowed money and you need to pay it back? Hutang, yeah. Resi, yes, that is correct. You have borrowed money that you need to pay back. Often we have a debt with the bank because we wanted to buy a car or we wanted to buy a house. Okay. Some people don't like having debt, but some people think the only way to get rich is to have a lot of debt, right? To borrow money, to start something so that you can become wealthy. Okay. What is interest? Okay, so someone said interest before when we were playing the game. Do you know what interest is? We've got a few management people and perhaps some people studying finance who might know what interest is.
The money we will get.
Yeah. It's money that you get from what?
We will get means
So,
Interest from selling the things.
yeah, yes.
Selling the things. Get interest.
Yes, there's two types of interest. There's good interest and there's not so good interest. If you have a savings account or a deposit, this can earn interest. Okay, so if you don't touch that money and you keep it saved, it grows a little bit, you get a little bit extra. Okay, but also Christy has mentioned the other type of interest, that if you borrow money, okay, you have to actually pay back more than you borrowed, right? Because there's interest for every month. Okay, so there's the good interest on your savings account. There's the not so pleasant interest on the debt that you have. Yeah. Now, let's try another couple of words. What is a receipt? Does anyone know the word receipt? This is another difficult word to pronounce because it has a silent letter. What is a receipt? Okay. Some clues. You get this when you go.
England means
Something you can get when you go shopping. They give you a note for the price. The receipt.
Yes, that is correct. When you go shopping and you buy something, you get a receipt of the proof of purchase, right? Proof that you paid for it and it's yours. Okay, so the receipt is something to keep if you want to return a product. Okay. If you go shopping and you get change, what is change when you go shopping? Oh, Aprila, bill. Now, bill and receipt, there's a slight difference. A receipt is when you buy a product or something that you want to take home. A bill is more in a restaurant. It has a similar function, but a bill is for a restaurant or a service, okay, that you've paid for your food. A receipt is something from a shop that you take home. Now, what about change? Also, Aprila, do you have a nickname or should I call you Aprila or Safana? That's a long name. Does anyone know what the change is? Safa, okay. Thank you, Safa. Okay, so you go shopping and you buy something and you receive change. Okay.
The money we would get from the buyer or the seller.
Yeah, so let's say what you wanted to buy cost. Where did that come from? Let me just close that for a moment. Something on my screen. You wanted to buy something that cost $7. Okay, I'm going to use dollars because I'm more familiar with dollars than rupiah. But when I paid for it, I paid with a $10 note.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, so the person gives me
Dollars.
$3. So the $3 is my change. Okay. And down the bottom. Okay, so change. The board is messing with me. Okay, we're going to move on to a different activity. We have a reading passage in the materials today. Okay, and the reading passage is about how to get rich. Okay, so let me go back to this one. Okay. I'm just going to scroll down and check that everyone can see clearly on the screen. So if we have time, we have some grammar questions later, if anyone particularly likes grammar. But let's have a look at the reading first. Okay. The reading is called 5 Ways to Become Rich. Okay. And we've got some tips. The first tip, number 1, says, save your money. Don't always spend the money you make on things you don't really need. If you spend $3 on a cup of coffee every day at work, that's $15 per week and $60 a month. Over a year, that will be $720. And over 20 years, that will be $14,000. Now, when I was in university, I used to buy coffee every day, and I regret that. It's a lot of money I could have saved. Okay. Who here thinks that saving your money is a good tip? Okay. Good idea to get rich, save your money, or no? Are you a saver, or do you think you need to spend money to make money?
Maybe
can
it's
write-
a good way, but not good things.
Yeah. Are any of you already saving? Okay. Yes, Kayla, I agree. It's a very basic tip. Have any of you already started saving money for the future? Or do you feel like you're too young to do that yet? Because you guys, I think, are all younger than me. Okay. Who has started saving for their future? Anyone? Evelyn, have you started saving, or are you still a bit too young to save? Some of you don't have jobs yet, right? Layla, have you started saving? Okay. Now, this next tip is an interesting one. It says to choose your friends carefully. It says make friends who are rich or want to become rich like you do. Okay, when you do this, you will learn more about how to make money. Okay, so Warren Buffett, one of the richest people in the world, gives this advice. It's better to hang around with people better than you. How do you feel about this tip? Do you make friends with rich people hoping that you will be rich too? Has anyone tried this? I have not. I'm not hanging around with rich people just yet. Maybe it's something I could try, could improve my situation. Which one do you think is a better idea? Idea number 1, saving your own money, or idea number 2, hanging around with rich people?
Number
Okay, so
1.
Number 1. Okay, we
Yeah.
have a vote for number 1.
Yeah.
Was that Afia or Safa who said that?
Oh, yeah.
Afia, okay. Okay, we've got a few people choosing number 1. Yeah, I think number 1 is more of a proven fact, right? You save money, you have money. Hanging around with rich people has, as Kayla said, no guarantee of working. Okay, so people are choosing number 1. Okay. Now, number 3, find out what you love to do and focus your time and energy on that. Do you think you get rich by doing something that you love to do, or by doing something that is proven to make money? Which would you choose?
I
Who is-
choose number 3.
Number 3, doing what you love. Yeah. I say if you do what you love, you'd commit a lot more energy to it, right? And you'd be able to stick with it. Okay. So doing what you love is the 3rd tip. Okay. Number 4 is an interesting tip. Number 4 says don't work. Says that you should start your own successful business and then pay someone else to take care of the business and not do the work yourself. So let's have a look at 2 tips again. Tip number 3 and tip number 4. So tip number 3 was do something you love. Tip number 4 is don't do the work, pay someone else to do the work. Which one do you think is the better tip, 3 or 4?
3.
3? Okay, we have a vote for 3. Does anyone else say 3? Anyone else agree with 3? Or does anyone else think not working is the way to go? I would like to think not working is the solution.
Yeah, there is no free in this world.
I don't know that I would trust that. Okay. Now the 5th one, start young and keep learning from your money mistakes. Okay. Now this is fairly obvious, okay, that the younger you start, the easier it will be. Okay, so this is the reading passage. We have 5 tips. Okay, so now I want you to be as active as possible in the chat and give me another tip. Okay, can you think of another tip for getting rich? Okay, do you think perhaps you should work long hours? Perhaps you should invest wisely. We talked about stocks before. Do you think stocks are the solution to getting rich? Okay, so let's see if we can think of 3 more tips on how to get rich. So far we have 5. Save your money, choose your friends, do what you love, don't work, interesting tip, and start young. What's another tip for getting rich? Let's see if we can get 3 more. Anyone have another idea on how we can get rich? We want to take this advice at the end of this session, right? And then we'll go and get rich. Okay. So we had some recommendation of stocks before.
Invest.
Kylie, yeah. Yeah, Afia, yes.
To invest. The investment.
Investment.
Yeah.
Yeah, investment is a good idea. I'm just going to try and change the screen so that we can record some of our ideas. Kyla has put a message in the chat as well, but she sent it privately, so I'll add that to the board. It's a useful tip as well. So far we have another tip is investing. Afia, do you have a recommendation of what we should invest in? Are we investing in stocks or gold? Investing in money? Someone in the room said invest in money.
In hypothesis, maybe.
Sorry, Afia, say that again.
In
I missed it.
buy a land.
Land, yeah. Similar to the one in the class. Land and property. Always a good idea. We can invest in land and property. Okay. A few more things we can invest in. Here we go. Mutual funds. That's not something I know a lot about. Okay. Niken, what's a mutual fund? I've heard the word, I know the language, but I don't fully understand a mutual fund. Now, we have some other ideas in the group. Bernadetta, is that what I should call you, Bernadetta, or do you have a nickname? Okay. Now, we've got an interesting suggestion from Kyla, which is that we should ask or take a break from the luxury life. Okay, so she's suggesting that we don't spend our money or spend our time doing luxurious things, perhaps until we're rich, and then you can do it. I'll put it. Okay, thank you. Mutual funds is like stocks. Okay, excellent. Invest in our brain. So we're, Safa, are you saying we should invest in education and build our brains? We'll start a business. So we invest in land and property, mutual funds, which are like stocks, investing in our brains.
Yes, on education, I mean.
Yeah. Invest in our brain, which is a much more fun way of saying education.
And I think to sell our hobby.
Sell your hobby. Yeah,
And
that's
money
a good way. That's a good way to enjoy life as well, right?
Yes, I know, right?
Lawful in some company. Okay, get involved in some company, start a business. Okay. Does anyone in the group have a business? Okay, is anyone selling something online? Does anyone have any experience with selling something?
I have.
With Afia, you have experience selling something?
Yes, I have, miss.
What is your business?
Cookies. I sell some cookies.
You sell cookies?
Yes.
You sell cookies in Jogja?
Yes, in Jogja.
Okay,
it's
tell me more. I love cookies.
Oh,
Okay, so that's Afia, right? That was Afia selling cookies or Safa?
Safa.
Okay. Okay. Cookies. What kind of cookies do you sell? Do you cook them yourself?
Yes, I bake it by myself. A basic chocolate chip cookies. A soft cookie.
They sound delicious. I'm a big fan of cookies. I'm always on the lookout for new cookies. Now, do you think that cookies are a good business to be in at the moment? Would you recommend people start selling cookies?
I don't think so actually, because sometimes I get a lot of money and sometimes not. It depends on my customers, and not all of people loves to eat sweet, right?
True. But you should send me like what your cookies are later because you will get extra
Yes.
customer from me. I'm a fan of cookies. Okay, so we have someone with a cookie business who's saying that, yeah, can be good, sometimes not so good. Who else has an experience with a business or selling something? Okay. Yeah, from customer demand. Kyla, do you sell anything? Have you tried an online business?
Not yet.
No. Okay. Now, for this last bit, we're almost done. I would like you to tell me some products that you think would sell well. Okay, so let's pretend we're going to start a business. Now, I've already mentioned cookies. Okay. Cookies are something that we could sell, but not too recommended just yet. What do you think would sell well in Indonesia if we were going to start a business? Okay. So we'll finish this class with a few business ideas. What sells well? Anyone got any ideas? Anyone in the classroom? Do you think most things that sell well are food? Or do you think it tends to be clothing or accessories? What about masks? Are they selling well these days? No one's sure. Okay. Cookies. Cookies are our business plan then. Okay. Now we're coming to the end of the meeting. It has been good fun with you guys today. There was a lot of people in the class and you all have excellent English and have given some excellent answers. So it's been a lot of fun. Okay. Now, before we end the meeting, does anyone have any questions? Okay, your questions are free now. You can ask whatever you like. It does not need to be about getting rich. Any questions before we finish the meeting today? Do we have any more classes coming up? Someone mentioned before that they've taken a previous session. Okay. So we're just getting a little bit of information about an English webinar to send you. Okay. No last minute questions? Yeah, otherwise I'll say. Good one. All right. No. Okay, Kyla is asking about Christmas in Australia, if it is in summer, and yes, it is. Completely different to what you would normally think about Christmas, because Christmas in the movies is always like snow and cold and beautiful. In Australia, it's still beautiful, but it's hot. The city that I'm from Adelaide, in South Australia. During Christmas, the weather is often above 40 degrees. It is very, very hot. Oh, how long have I lived in Indonesia? I've lived here since 2010. A really long time, 10 years. Not all in Jogja. I was in Semarang, then Salatiga, and then I moved to Jogja. Most of my time in Jogja, okay? I know, really long time, right? And it's actually been a while since I've been home, and now with the pandemic too. So, 10 years, which is why I could pick up on some of these questions that you were asking in Indonesian before. Okay, any other questions? Okay, because we have another class to start in a moment. So, like I said before, my name is Erin. Okay. I hope I can go to Tangerang too. My name is Erin and I'm one of the teachers at Real. So if you have any other questions or you just want to chat, you can get in contact with Real English or Eons. Okay? Enough for today? I will say goodbye and hope to see you in a future meeting. Thank you for being excellent students today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss.
Karen.
Thank you so much.
Okay, hang on. Bye, guys.